Welcome to Ireland! I'm Ava Colby, and I'm going to read a short story that I recently wrote that's part of a collection I'm working on. This is called Treasure Hunt. Leaving America, where there were no jobs, no healthcare, and no way I could afford a college education, I found myself in Ireland moving in a speeding car on the way to Wicklow. It's in the middle of what they know for summer here, so we stop for ice creams. We get pre-sliced meat and cheese and make sandwiches. We drive on winding roads through patches of sunlight that jump out at us through the tree branches. We drive through stony hills and rolling fields of green. The grass is dotted with white spots, which must be sheep. Finally, we come to a stop by a sizable creek, which cascades down large rocks and is vaguely coppery in color. My boyfriend and his old secondary school friend lead the way. I have no trouble running and jumping all over the creekside rocks, but his girlfriend is a proper girl. So I help her make her way along the rocks as we explore. See, I think there could be gold in the deep dips, boyfriend says. Yeah, I think you could be right, his friend says. But of course neither him nor his friend thought to bring shovels or pans. So we spend the day walking around the rocks. It's still too cold for swimming, and the creek isn't deep enough anywhere for long enough to swim anyway. Eventually, girl does some yoga. I stare out at the clouds and wonder if it's because we're farther north that they look impossibly huge. They seem closer, as if this were the view from the top of the world. After a few hours, we make more sandwiches. We sit in the grass and guess what shapes the clouds look like. We look at rocks and pieces of creek driftwood. Friend and girl cuddle. Boyfriend and I just walk around. A few hours later, we drive home through the eclectic madness of Dublin city centre. By the River Liffey, turning at the O'Connell Street statue, then past Parnell, we head off further north. I wait to see Croke Park Stadium to my right and ask if that's the place where the British massacre took place. Boyfriend says yes. Both boyfriend and friend disregard nationalism as an excuse for violence and reject nationalist myths and folklore, even when based on cold hard facts. There's no moral to the story of history, boyfriend says. It's all just a bunch of stuff that happened. He believes in an atheist creed. It could be as true as anything. The truth is none of us really knows. And that frightens most people into believing some religion someone else invented so they could have control while no one else would have to think. The opium of the masses. So church is a clean, well-lit opium den where hordes of addicts go for their fix. They fight science, education, child sex abuse scandals, and the facts of the Magdalene Laundry's many massive graves full of dead babies just to go for another fix. Anything to avoid thinking or feeling for themselves. Boyfriend is upset. He didn't get into NCAD, the prestigious art college in Dub City. He applied from the wrong address. Supposedly North County Dublin is a ghetto. I used to live in Los Angeles. I don't think these Irish know what a ghetto is. I'm in college, the one that was my second choice. My first choice said yes, but FAFSA student loans only cover a certain number of colleges. On the weekend I ask if we can go fishing at the lake by the old mill. Boyfriend loves it there. He always says if he had the money, he'd turn it into a house. A man once tried to, poured tens of thousands of euro into it, just to suddenly be denied final planning permission. He didn't know the right person in the right position in local government, or he pissed off the wrong one. Now the old mill sits unused. It's sturdy as hell and keeps the rain off well. The local knackers take their boom boxes and cans out there. They'll smile as they pass you by in the woods, but you stay away from their parties. After they leave, the evidence is there in strange, discolored, partially glass pipes and the odd used needle thrown heedlessly about. There's a mountain of tin and no 5-cent return like in my native Oregon, or 10-cent as in Michigan. Boyfriend seems in better spirits, tracking through the trails and making our way to the best fishing spots along the creek they call a river and to the far side of the lake. We try for hours and catch nothing. These fish are weary of all things unusual. These waters were all fished to the brink of extinction by Eastern Europeans. They'd catch, fry, and eat on the spot. When they left, they threw all the portable grills into the lake, packed up, and headed back to Poland and less familiar destinations. As the paper tiger, Celtic tiger, died a monstrous death. After hours, boyfriend catches a small fish. He grins and I take a photo. He grabs a small wrench, and gently as he can, he reaches into the fish for the hook. He catches the hook and pushes it down slightly before bringing it back up. He lets the fish go, and when it flops and lays on the water, he worries. He keeps watching it, hoping it'll still be well enough to keep breeding fish back into these waters. I don't catch any fish, but I got what I came for. Fish soon squirms and wriggles more, gets on his belly. Boyfriend feels better. Then before we know it, the fish is gone when we weren't watching. Boyfriend smiles. Fish is okay after all. When we leave, we walk around the lake and run into a young man fishing opposite where we were. Hey, boyfriend says, did you come from that way by the mill? Yeah, young man says. Are there any knackers there? I like to look around the place, but only when they're not around. Nah, I didn't see any scumbags there today. Ah, it does be grand. The first time I went to show her the place, I couldn't because of them. Yeah? Yeah, I showed her pictures when we were still in America. America! You were in America? Jesus, why on earth would you be here when you could be in America? Not much going in America, I say. No jobs, college costs too much, all of it. Really? Well, there's no jobs here, and our government sure as hell won't make any, as long as they keep getting their triple pensions. Yeah, boyfriend says, then turns to me. If they change public sector jobs, they get a different pension from each one. What? That's absurd, I say, and they agree. And all the European Union wants to do is take all our money, young man says. Yeah, and all because the corrupt cunts in our government decided to bail out their friends in the bank. They all should have gone to jail, boyfriend says. Yeah, I would have loved to see them do a perp walk. At least the bankers in America had to do a perp walk. Anyways, not much fish biting today, I find. You? Nope, not much. I only caught one little fella. Where is he? I'll let him go. Those Eastern Europeans overfish. Ah, good man. That's my plan too, if I ever catch any. Ah, grand. Right so. Cheers, mate. Cheers. We walk along the wooded path past 10-meter-tall laurel hedges, over a cement bridge, and through to a field below a shock of clear blue sky. It's bordered by a 2-meter-tall cement wall painted over with colorful graffiti, and a brand new gravel road that leads to a tall metal gate where trees used to stand. The old mill is gone. My website is avacolopybooks.weebly.com. Thank you for watching and have a great day.